Have you ever held an Australian banknote in your hands and stopped to really think about what it is? Not just the dollar value it represents, but the sheer journey it has taken to get there. I'm talking about that crisp green $100 note, or any of our Polymer notes for that matter. The one that feels strangely different from paper, that doesn't tear, that has a clear window you can see right through. It's a marvel of modern manufacturing, a combination of science, art and security that starts about 25 kilometres north of Melbourne in a secure facility at Craigieburn. It's a story that begins not in a printing press, but in a giant hopper filled with tiny white pellets. These small translucent beads are polypropylene polymer, the raw petrochemical material that is the foundation of every single Australian banknote. You might not realise it, but this plastic is the secret to why our notes last 5 times longer than paper notes, surviving washing machines, crumpled pockets, and the harsh Australian sun. The journey from pellet to banknote is a remarkable one, taking place across a sprawling 26-hectare secure campus that houses 2 critical facilities working side by side. First, the polymer is transformed into a transparent film. The pellets are fed into a towering 3-storey machine that melts them and forces them through a circular die, creating a massive, shimmering bubble of clear plastic. This clear film moves next door, within the same secure campus, to where it receives its identity. Here, it undergoes the opacification process that creates the signature look of Australian currency. The film is unwound and fed through a coating machine that applies a white, opacifying ink. But this isn't just a simple paint job. With incredible precision, the coating is masked so that a vertical strip running the full height of the sheet remains completely untouched. This creates the world-famous clear window. Under macro lighting, you can see the perfect razor-sharp boundary where the white coating ends and the brilliant transparent window begins. This blank substrate, now known as Guardian, is the canvas. It's stacked in neat piles, still completely blank, with no portraits, no colour, no numbers, just a white sheet with a clear strip that glows when held to the light. A technician might gently flex a sheet, showing how it springs back without a single crease, demonstrating the durability that will define its life in circulation. But a note needs a face, and that face begins with art. Not digital art, but the work of master engravers. For the $100 note, the artwork is brought to life in the form of hardened steel plates. If you were to look at the Intaglio plate for the obverse under a raking lamp, you'd see Dame Nellie Melba's portrait. But it's not a picture, it's a series of thousands of tiny grooves and lines, each of a different width and depth. The shallower grooves will print as lighter tones, the deeper, narrower grooves will hold more ink and print as the darker shadows of her face. It's a sculpture in reverse, etched into steel with extraordinary precision. The same is done for the reverse plate, bearing the image of Sir John Monash. These plates are the heart of the printing process. Now, the printing begins. The blank Guardian sheets are loaded onto a massive, high-speed press for stage 1, simultaneous offset printing. In one single powerful pass, the sheet is printed on both sides at once. A blank sheet, white with its clear window, is fed in. As it passes through the press, the first ink to touch the polymer is the vibrant green of the background. In a fraction of a second, the sheet emerges transformed. The green decorative patterns of the $100 note are now in place on both the obverse and reverse. But if you look closely at the portrait zones, they are completely empty. Dame Nellie Melba's place is just a flat green patch. The surface is perfectly smooth. The portrait hasn't been added yet. That comes next, in the dramatic stage 2, Intaglio printing. This is where the note gets its soul. The sheets, now with their green background, are fed into a separate, highly secure press. Here, the deeply engraved plate is inked with a thick, viscous green ink. A doctor blade then sweeps across the plate, wiping all the ink from the flat surfaces, but leaving it perfectly pooled inside every one of those thousands of engraved grooves. The sheet is then pressed against this plate with an enormous amount of force. When the sheet is peeled away, the ink is drawn out of the grooves and deposited onto the polymer as a series of tiny raised ridges. Under a raking light, the magic is revealed. Dame Nellie Melba's face is now standing in clear physical relief above the surface. Each engraved line is now a raised ink ridge, casting its own fine shadow. Run your finger across it and you can feel it. That's the tactile verification that every Australian uses to know their note is genuine. The reverse side then goes through the same process, with Sir John Monash's portrait rising from the polymer in his own layer of ink. The note is now textured, but the security features aren't done. It moves to a screen printing station, where a specialised ink with light reactive pigments is applied to the area next to the clear window. This is the optically variable ink, or OV, that will shift colour when you tilt the note. Simultaneously, a foiling machine applies the diffractive optically variable device, or DUVD, directly onto the clear window itself, creating that rolling colour shifting effect within the transparent strip. After the optical features are set, the note receives its unique identity. A letterpress machine presses its serial number onto the polymer. This isn't just a number, it's a unique identifier, tracked by the Reserve Bank of Australia. Then, a final, clear protective overcoat is applied to both sides, sealing all the printing underneath a durable, transparent layer. It flows over the raised Intaglio portraits, protecting them from the wear and tear of daily life. Finally, a tactile embossing press creates the 5 raised bumps along the edge, an accessibility feature that allows vision-impaired Australians to identify the note by touch. After 7 stages of printing, the sheet is complete, but it's still a sheet. Every single note is now inspected by a massive automated machine that uses cameras, UV lamps, infrared sensors and laser profilometry to verify every security feature on every note. It checks the clarity of the window, the height of the Intaglio portraits, the colour shift of the OV, the position of the serial number. If a single note is flawed, the machine marks it for rejection. The perfect sheets then move to a guillotine, where a precision blade cuts them into individual notes for the very first time. These notes are then counted, banded into bundles of 100 and assembled into bricks of 1,000, representing $100,000. They are loaded into secure cases, jointly sealed by Note Printing Australia and the Reserve Bank of Australia, and handed over in a formal ceremony. An armoured convoy then carries them from Craigieburn to the Reserve Bank's vaults in Sydney. So, the next time you're at a cafe or counting out your bills, take a moment to look at a polymer banknote. Hold it up to the light and see the clear window. Run your finger over the portrait and feel the raised ridges. That small piece of polymer in your hand is the result of a journey that began as tiny plastic pellets, transformed by master engravers and precision engineers, protected by a suite of sophisticated security features, and verified at every single step. It's not just a note. It's a testament to Australian innovation, a marvel of security, and a small, durable piece of the trust that underpins our entire economy. It's a story that starts with a bubble of clear plastic and ends in your pocket, connecting us all.